I'm Rachel.
I'm Elo.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Michaeline.
Neglecting of teaching duties refers to the failure of teachers to properly carry out their professional responsibilities in schools. In many schools in Papua New Guinea, neglecting teaching duties has become a serious issue affecting the quality of education and students' academic performance. In this episode, we'll discuss what neglecting of teachers' duties is, possible causes and effects of neglecting teachers' duties it has on students, also possible alternatives to address these issues. This presentation encompasses on identifying the causes of teachers neglecting their professional responsibilities such as absenteeism, poor lesson preparation, failure to attend class regularly, failure to assess students' work, misuse of school time and resources, and also suggest ways to address the issue.
Neglecting teaching duty often stems from systematic issues such as poor teaching welfare, lack of training, high workload, and low morale. In Papua New Guinea, remote postings without support and insufficient resources are particularly significant. According to NBC News, here are some possible causes of neglecting teachers' duties.
More than 7,000 teachers are expected to be put off the payroll next week. Acting Secretary for Education, Dr. Uke Kombra, announced on Wednesday that the auto-suspension of teachers from the payroll system will take place on the 11th of May. Sheila Malkin reports.
In a media statement, Acting Secretary Dr. Uke Kombra said after the suspension, those who are affected will be restored on the payroll once receiving copies of their resumption of duty summary sheets from the Provincial Education Advisor. He said relevant authorities in the province have been advised about the deferment of the auto-suspension of teachers from the ALESCO payroll system to the end of April. The extension of the deadline should have given them ample time to have all the necessary documents signed, received and stamped and forwarded to Waigani. Dr. Kombra called on the provincial authorities to assist those teachers who will be affected by the suspension and are currently teaching at the schools to meet the requirements quickly so that they can be restored on the payroll. Meanwhile, he said the department will work closely with the provinces to ensure that the 7,941 teachers who will be unsuspended will be put back on the payroll. Sheila Malkan, NBC National News, Port Moresby.
Some causes of neglecting of teachers' duty includes poor salaries and delayed payments, lack of housing and difficulties on transport, especially on rural posting, and shortage of teaching materials.
Before looking at effects of neglecting teachers' duties, let's look at the video footage by MTV News regarding negligence to teaching duties in PNG.
In a few years, these lower primary school kids will be confronted with the same challenge that others in grade 8 have gone through. Up to 4,000 of them will be forced out of the government education system every year because there's simply no space for them in grade 9. In 2019, 8,000 students set for the grade 8 examinations. While 4,000 were eligible to continue, high schools in Medang could only accommodate 3,000. The rest went home.
I've been to most of the places here in Madang, and I've seen little girls running around with children. I thought they were their little sisters. No, they were their own children. So this kind of things. And the boys are roaming around here in the streets.
Since 2013, 30,000 students have been unable to continue to grade 9. Many of them return home and add to the social problems that Medang is heavily burdened with now. Catholic Archbishop Anton Bal says the dangerous trend can't continue.
We have a lot of issues here, and we're trying to deal with it, but we are not able to do. We are now trying to arrange a head-on coalition.
2019, we had 8,292 graduate students who set the examination. Okay, 4,850 were eligible, which means they can be selected to high school. Then we can only accommodate 3,786, and 4,506 are on the street.
The Archdiocese of Medang says it wants to build a high school on recreational land next to the church grounds. It's come under fire from various parties. There's also a claim on it. The applicant wanted to build a casino. Archbishop Bal says it doesn't matter who owns the proposed institution. Fact is, Medang town needs a high school to fix the ever-increasing dropout problem. Outside of town, along the North Coast Road, land is being cleared for another high school. This one is behind schedule, but when it is ready, it'll take away some of the intake load from Tusbab Secondary School. On Saturday night, Medang businessman Sir Peter Bata presented 100,000 kina to the church to start fundraising. This is for a 6-in-1 classroom at Holy Spirit Primary School. It's a transition before the new high schools become operational. Scott Whitey, National MTV News, Medang.
Here are some effects of neglecting teachers' duties. 1. Poor academic results or outcome. As a result of negligence in teaching duties, poor academic performance can be noticed in failing or declining scores from tests or assignments by students' performance comparing to their marks from previously high performance levels. Example, students used to perform at a high level with outstanding scores in tests or assignments, but due to negligence in teaching duty, such as inadequate subject explanation or assigning uncovered topics, leads to poor or declining in academic performance through continuous or formative assessments, and also non-mastery of core competencies such as reading, writing, and mathematics. This may lead to undermining students' ability to perform due to emotional setbacks accumulated or experienced during the process of failing or declining scores results. Second, violation of educational standards. Negligence of teaching duty is an act or behavior that violates educational ethical standard, This act undermines or compromises the authority and respect for the teaching profession. It undermines the quality, equity, and integrity of learning, ranging from classrooms misconduct to systematic failures in meeting legal or ethical requirements. Teaching professionalism is a noble job, and so attaining or pursuing negligence to teaching duty is a direct misconduct to Code of Teaching Ethics. Third point, ethical breakdown can result in educational disciplinary actions. Example, some teachers receive pay without working, impacting the integrity of the education system. If such teachers are caught, they are likely to face harsh disciplinary measures like putting them off from getting paid. Therefore, unprofessionalism is in terms of negligence to teaching duty can lead to lifelong impacts on students and placing national development at stake.
Here are some possible alternatives to approach such issue. Provide regular workshop and awareness programs to help teachers understand importance of punctuality, lesson preparation, assessment, and classroom supervision. Provide professional development through Teachers in Service program, seminars, workshops to help motivate teachers to become active and perform up to the teaching standards and regulations. Provide incentives, recognition, promotion, and rewards for teachers can improve morale and reduce neglect of duties. And lastly, encourage students' feedback can also help identify areas where teaching performance can be improved. Provide leadership and regular monitoring can also improve teaching and learning conditions, can help reduce the neglecting of duties by teachers. However, to recommend, teaching is a noble profession. In order to reduce neglecting of teaching duties, teacher salary and delayed payments should be addressed accordingly on time. Support teachers with teaching resources and materials and support their welfare and security. To conclude, neglecting teaching duties has become a serious issue affecting the quality of education and students' academic performance. This issue has led to poor academic outcomes, violation of ethical standards, which leads to educational disciplinary action. Such issues must be addressed accordingly by the respective authorities. Thank you all for watching this video.